The Supreme Court battling it out Wednesday on if Obamacare, as it's called, can survive without the individual mandates. Some thinking the law looking dead after Tuesday. Shannon Bream has more.
3 days in, and the crowds were back in full force, awaiting a doubleheader at the Supreme Court as the fight over the president's health care law continued. This morning, the judges considered whether the law as a whole can survive if the court decides to strike down the mandate, which starting in 2014 would require every American to buy health insurance or pay a penalty. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg expressed great concern about what the challengers have proposed, throwing out the entire Affordable Care Act.
So why shouldn't we say it's a choice between a wrecking operation, which is what you are requesting, or a salvage job? And the more conservative approach would be salvage rather than throwing out everything.
This afternoon, in a second session, the justices heard from 26 states arguing that they cannot afford to add millions to their Medicaid rolls, as the new law will soon require. The states say statutory language will empower the federal government to withhold all their Medicaid funding if they refuse to take on the new enrollees, a framework they say leaves the states no real choice at all.
Today we discussed the Medicaid coercion issue and whether or not threatening to take away every single penny of our hard-earned tax dollars, our Medicaid funding is coercion, then we don't know what is, if that's not coercion.
However, the federal government will subsidize all of the additional costs in the beginning, to the tune of trillions of additional dollars to the states.
The federal government is here saying, we're giving you a boatload of money. There are is no matching funds requirement. There are no extraneous conditions attached to it. It's just a boatload of federal money for you to take and spend on poor people's health care.
We await an opinion due by the end of the court's term in late June. In Washington, Shannon Bream, Fox News.